Brandy Flores here. We are on Radio Row for the Barrios Garcia fight, and I have Brandon Figueroa with us here. Brandon, thanks so much for joining me here on ESPN Las Vegas. You just won a WBA title, and there was a knockout in the 12th round. Just tell me, how did it get to that point, and just how vigorous the fight was up until then?
Oh man, big shout out to my team. We prepared really, really well. Also, big shout out to God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, we did exactly what we said we were gonna do. Me and my team prepared for this fight really, 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 really hard. My coach implemented in my mind, we're gonna take him to the deep waters and drown his ass. We're gonna take him to the deep waters and drown his ass. Show him who you are, show him the Mexican inside of you. And we saw a lot of injustices. I'm pretty sure you heard. Uh, we got there to the dressing room. He already had his hands wrapped. Um Even he got there an hour late for the weigh-ins. The own commission was helping out his other stablemate, trying to make weight, lifting up his feet to, we saw a lot of things, but karma and God are real, and he got a taste of his own medicine that night.
And especially when you're kind of watching all of those things, it could easily get into a fighter's head. How did what seemed in the reverse, kind of motivate you to just like, okay, lock in, like they're underestimating me, but I'm the guy to come all the way to Liverpool and take this from him?
Of course, we went into the Lion's Den. I'm fearless. I've never been scared or shy to fight any fighter. I feel like I have a lot of experience for being a 29-year-old, and yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people underestimated me due to my past performances. But as a man, we go through a lot in life, personal life and career-wise. But now that everything's situated with my career, you're gonna see the best version of Brandon every time.
Yeah, and again, you won the WBA featherweight title against Nick Ball all the way in Liverpool, but you're a three-division world champion. So as you mentioned, talking about your experience, this is not new to you. But you talk about how people kind of talk about your past and maybe the fights that didn't go your way. Against one guy in particular, Stephen Fulton, you've won two fights since your loss to him last. What did you learn fighting someone like him, and how has that kind of put you back on track?
Of course, I got to work on every little aspect of my boxing game, not just being a pressure fighter, but being more defensive, being more patient, using my abilities, my jab. And honestly, it's more in the sense of my coaching. Uh, I'm a sponge. I want to learn as much more as I can. Even seeing other boxers like Shakur, I switch lefty and righty, so sometimes I like to implement lefty style from other boxers because I do fight very different from a righty as a lefty. So I'm just here to learn as much as I can about boxing, which is why I love boxing even more, because you can always learn. You can always learn no matter how old you are.
Absolutely. And we're talking about your next fight now. I heard a rumor that you're going to be going all the way to Riyadh and fighting September 12th, which is a Mexican Independence Day weekend, with someone with Mexican heritage and background. How important is it to fight during that weekend?
I mean, it feels amazing. Not only that, but fighting under Canelo again. It'll be my second time. My first time was when I fought Jesse Magdaleno and I knocked him out in the ninth round, I think. Yeah, it's amazing. Canelo is one of the biggest stars of boxing nowadays. Turkey himself invited me to fight there, so it's a big honor. It's amazing that everyone is noticing my abilities and my talent and my hard work.
Especially with someone like Canelo Alvarez, pound for pound, one of the best fighters of all time. I'm assuming you grew up idolizing him, watching him, being able to show up and to show out once again on his undercard. Does that give you that extra drive?
Of course, it feels beautiful. Not only that, but to motivate and inspire the youth, especially from my community where I come from in South Texas. I live like 10 minutes away from the border where my parents grew up. So that's why a lot of people don't consider me Mexican, but I think I'm more Mexican than a lot of people know. So definitely, yeah, it feels super close to home to fight. And then, like I said, it's a big honor for Turkey to consider me Mexican and Mexico versus the world, fighting under Canelo. And yeah, like I said, I went out there the first time. It was an honor. I met him, took a picture with Canelo, and I got the job done that night. So hopefully, come September, Independence Weekend for Mexicans, it's going to be a big card. I can't wait.
Did you talk to Canelo? Did he say anything to you at all?
No, not necessarily. Every boxer is in their own world, focused on their fight. So I understand. I just took a picture with him and I said a few words, and that was pretty much it.
That's pretty awesome, though. And you've won a WBC belt before. That belt holds so much weight in the boxing world. And Oscar debuted a chain, iced out chain with gloves. How cool is that to have that addition on top of winning a WBC belt?
I mean, it feels amazing. I feel like nowadays uh, they're spoiling boxers now, which I love. You know, I feel like boxers put a lot of time and effort into the gym, hard work, sacrifices, a lot of stuff BTS that people don't really see, but only a boxer knows. So I know what every boxer is going through right now, and in the press conference, you know, they just want to eat. They probably feel like crap, you know, but they have to put a facade for the people to be a professional boxer. Yeah, you know, it's all about professionalism and looking always your best. But deep down inside, you're going through it. I know how it feels, but that's the life of a boxer, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
We saw a few of the guys in the undercard getting into it a little bit, adding more to the fight, but Ryan and Mario didn't necessarily do that. When you're in that position, do you like to talk trash and kind of like hype things up, or are you kind of just more like mellow? You seem more like a mellow guy.
Yeah, you know, I'm super mellow. Even leading up to the neck ball fight, I'm confident. You know, there's a difference between being confident and being cocky. And like I said, everything I said in the press conference, everything that I said, I did it. You know, we weren't gonna leave it to the judges, and my coaches, like I said, take him to deep waters and drown his ass, and we did exactly that. So I'm not much to talk. I like to say things that I'm confident in. But other than that, I mean, I love the energy regardless, whether I'm mellow or my opponent is talking smack or if the undercard's talking smack. You know, it's all part of the game. It's all part of boxing, and you gotta love it.
And boxing is not just all you got going on right now. You have a lot going on. He has a can right here. Let's show it
Oh yes.
off. Let's see. Let's make first of all, let's make sure our GoPro is working so we can get this. Here we go. So you a great relationship with Manny Pacquiao,
Yes.
obviously, and that's where this comes from. Look at this collab. First of all, did you get the final say on this picture that you have here?
Yes.
Did you have it kind of saved? So this is locked on the tamarindo flavor.
I picked that.
Tamarindo is the best flavor. If you like agua fresca, is like what is it like? It's Mexican like
It's like a spicy, like
I don't know how to describe
Yeah.
it. You just have to try it. It's
Yes.
like a sweet, spicy candy.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's like in liquid form. It's delicious. Well, where can we get this online, or how do we get one of these?
Yes, you can definitely get it online at lockedin.com. Right now, we're working on the distributing,
Nice.
trying to get it on all the markets across the U.S. But yes, I brought the tamarindo flavor, more Hispanic, Latino for my people. And I'm definitely going to try to work on more flavors to bring to the market that favors people will never see. So,
Yes.
yes, definitely. I'm very excited about this. And, you know, it's still in process, but hopefully you guys will see this on every corner store.
Oh, so yeah, this is a little exclusive then.
Yes, yes, very exclusive.
No sugar, no sugar. I
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, no, it's one of the healthiest drinks you will find out there. The macros are amazing, and it has nootropics, which is more. It plays more on your mental. So I know a lot of energy drinks, they put a lot of chemicals to give you that body energy, but then you crash. So this gives you more of it has green tea, natural energy, and then not only that, it has a nootropic, so it kind of wakes you up mentally as well as physically. So it's really good.
All right, and then so lockedin.com. That's LOKDIN.com to order yours today. And so you got your drinks, you've got obviously your boxing career, but you're dabbling into an acting career, and you're going to be in a movie. Tell me all about that.
Yes, I did a cameo on Find Me. Sorry, it's on Amazon Prime. It's about sex trafficking, like kids. So yeah, I played a little part in that. I did also a show called Tales of the Crypt. I don't know if you're familiar with Tales of the Crypt. Back in I want to say 90s. So we did a modernization of it, and it was amazing. I loved it. We shot an episode, and I think we got approved by HBO Max. And then I'm also gonna do a documentary for Entrevisión, which is like a Spanish market Latino, that's gonna be in 21 markets all across the U.S. Following me around with my life as a boxer.
Oh, wow.
So you're gonna see a lot of behind the scenes, my family, me going through struggles. I think me losing and then me winning this belt that I just won back in February 7th. So
Oh, so they've been following you since that loss. Oh, wow. How has that been, having these cameras around, getting your every move, not just, you experiencing things, as humans, especially as boxers, you go through highs and lows, trainings. As you mentioned, you felt what they were going through because they're exhausted at the press conference right now.
yes, yes.
To have cameras there, did you kind of get used to it, or how did you limit yourself, or did you kind of just let everybody see everything?
I mean, I'm a pretty shy person. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ever since I was in high school, super shy. I was a nerd. I was a geek. Boxing kind of helped me come out of my shell a little bit and be more confident within myself. But other than that, I mean, yeah, yeah, I'm not really like. If you follow my social medias, I suck at social media. People tell me, how come you don't do TikTok, YouTube, this and that? I'm like, I'm sorry. No se me nace. It doesn't. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
Like, people push me to be more like that, but I'm just very secluded, very reserved. Apart from that, like, I don't really like people in my business, in my life. I like to live a private life, but I know with boxing it comes with it, to showcase your skills, showcase your life, uh, and I'm kind of getting used to it now. And back then, I told my family and friends messing around, it's because I don't want to get famous for the wrong reasons. I want to get famous for boxing and being a boxer professional, and I love the sport so much, so that's why. Yeah.
So was it easy for you to get used to the cameras and people asking you questions a lot?
Yes, yeah. So kind of, I've always been really with my mannerisms, really professional as a little kid, but more so through my older brother, Omar Figueroa. He taught me how to be a little bit social media trained. So uh, really composed and speak well, and I can speak English and Spanish really well as well.
Yeah, no, and that's great. And Entrevision, I believe, if I'm correct, it's owned a lot by Univision. So
Yes.
on Univision, it's coming Univision. It's going to be in Spanish,
Yes.
but you can put the subtitles on if you
Yes,
don't
yeah.
speak Spanish.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's gonna follow me all around through my wins, through my losses, and then me coming back to become a world champion. So it's like life, man. You fall down, you get back up, and I feel like life is a lot like boxing because you get knocked down in the ring. You go through a lot of adversity, there's a lot of obstacles, and then you have to put on a facade for your family and friends, and for the cameras, and for the people that are watching, the kids that are watching you. So you have to play a part, man. You have to act tough even when inside you're crumbling. Apart from that, people don't know what you're dealing personal life, and you have to carry that on into the fight week, and be professional as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, last question I'll ask you, because you're not fighting this weekend, you're not on the undercard, you're not headlining, but Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia are. This is kind of, obviously, there's a belt on the line. Barrios is defending it. Ryan, this is kind of like his last chance if he wants to continue to compete for world titles. How do you see this one going?
I'm gonna give the edge to Mario Barrios. Apart from him being family, him being my sister's baby daddy, and them sharing a beautiful daughter named Metzli, which is my niece. So I'm gonna support him all the way, and I believe his experience. He's been in there with great champions, man. Thurman, Ugas, Manny Pacquiao. He's been in there with elite level work, and I feel like his experience is gonna edge him over Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, he does have the skills, right? He's sharp, he's this and that, but he's not consistent. He is. It's like, what Ryan Garcia are we gonna get? That's what everyone's question is right now. So it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great fight. But like I said, I'm gonna give the edge to Mario Barrios.
And because you know Mario so well, obviously Ryan is, famous on social media. A lot of people know who he is. So some people, they asked him during the press conference, do you feel like this is more of a Ryan fight, even though Ryan's the B-side fighter and Mario's the one with the championship? Mario said, I'm not worried about that, but is he really, does he truly believe that this is his fight and only his fight to lose?
I believe Mario Barrios is very reserved as me. He's very cool, calm, and collected. He's not about the limelight. He's not about the camera. It's not about content and like that. Literally, what the opposite of what Ryan Garcia is. So I know Mario Barrios. He's a real fighter. He's not there for the camera. He's not there for the show. He's just out. He's just there for business. As I know him pretty close. He just wants to get the job done and go back to his family and live his personal life. I feel him in every way, and I'm excited for him. This is a big fight, and I'm here to support him.
So you think in knockout decision, how do you see it going?
I mean, hopefully Mario gets the knockout. It's an even better win for him. But I feel like his experience enough is gonna take him to places that he doesn't know. And I feel like Ryan Garcia, every time he faces adversity, yeah, he has a chance to come out. But like I said, it's not consistent.
All right, well, we are going to see Saturday night, February 21st, for the WC welterweight world title on the line. Brandon Figueroa, thanks for chatting with me. World champion Brandon Figueroa, you're
Thank you.
back.
Thank you so much.